Suppose you invest $50 a month and earn 6%. After 30 years, you have over $50,000. Go ahead and play with the numbers yourself. If you clicked on the Assumptions button on the previous interactive screens, you noticed that the worksheets do not take taxes into account. When your investment is taxed, the government reduces your return every year. If you know you won't need the money until retirement, you should place as much of your investments as possible into tax-deferred accounts, like IRAs, KIOs, 401k, or 403b plans. Because you don't pay taxes on the money until it is withdrawn from the accounts, the power of compounding achieves the maximum effect, providing you the best return possible. The more time you have to let your earnings compound, the better results you'll get. A 20-year-old who invests $200 a month and earns 10% on his money all along will have $1.1 million by the time he was 60. A 35-year-old would have to invest $800 a month to have the same $1.1 million at age 60. You're going to have a tough time getting that 10% return without at least some stocks in your portfolio. Before you start to invest, ask yourself one question. When will I need to use this money? The stock market is a long-term investment. If you need to use the money anytime soon, you should not invest in stocks. This is money you're willing to put in the market and leave it there for 5, 10, 20, 30 years. That's the kind of money you can do well with. If you're worried about it, don't invest it. The stock market is volatile. Individual stocks are volatile. The average range for a stock in a year is 50% between its high and its low. Stocks go up and down. The market goes up and down. If you're investing with a 1 or 2 year time horizon, you shouldn't be in individual stocks, you shouldn't be in equity mutual funds. If you've been lucky enough to save up lots of money to send your children to college and they're starting school in 2 years, what are you going to do if the market goes down? In the long term, 10, 15, 20 years or more, stocks have beaten bonds and banks' certificates of deposits. But in the short term, there's no telling what will happen. In 1987, the S&P 500 fell 33% from its August top to its October bottom. If you had the stomach to ride through that drop, you would have found that the S&P performance from 1987 through 1992 still outperformed Treasury bills and long-term government bonds, despite that decline. If you want to double your money quickly and safely, fold it in half and put it in your wallet. Any other way, you're simply gambling. A good stock can take 2, 3, even 5 years before it really pays off. It's not 2 or 3 weeks. It's not 2 or 3 months. My best stocks have been in my 5th, 6th, 7th year. Give your investments time to grow. Many people ask me, when is the right time to sell a stock? Selling stocks is a matter of comparing stories. If story A is better than story B, then sell B and buy more A. If you own 8 companies, you're playing 8 simultaneous games of poker. So only stay in the games that you have the best chance of success. But remember that stories rarely change overnight. It may take years for a good one to be recognized by the market. Give your good stories the time to grow. Your advantage in picking stocks is your direct experience with companies as a consumer, on your job as a professional, or as a neighbor. Use those advantages as a place to start looking for good stocks.